Steve on YouTube. Hello, hey, how's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Let's check the horizon here. It's kind of straight. There, now it's better. All right, let's see what we got going on around us. Not much for clouds in the sky today. Better today? That's good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, today's was kind of a weird day for me. Woke up feeling pretty non-motivated and like, what's the point? What the hell am I gonna do today? Blah 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 blah. Tried to identify where some of those feelings were coming from. Sat out back and realized a lot of stuff that I was worrying about were things that I either didn't need to worry about or I could just deal with. Yep, pretty clear skies today. The real fun will begin in like July, September, and August during monsoon season. That's when we'll get some pretty nasty storms rolling through. KG1767 asks, what kind of pizza? I would take just about any type of pizza right now. But my favorite is double cheese, double sauce, extra pepperoni. I think I have some sort of addiction. I can never have enough pizza. KG1767 on Periscope asks, what drone is this? This is the DJI Mavic Pro 2. It's a little, kind of a fast turn there. I usually don't like doing turns that quick, but we did it. We survived. We're good. Let's check on traffic. It looks like it's still there. Steve, I've only ever put my my DJI Spark into sport mode. I've never had the Mavic in that mode. I feel like with the Spark being a cheaper drone, it's a little bit more expendable than this one. Okay, I have the Mavic 1 and the Phantom 4 Pro Plus. Nice. The 4 Pro Plus is a nice drone. I've seen it used for some really cool like surveying and photogrammetry. I've had this one, I think I've had it for almost 2 years now, and I really like it. I get a lot of use out of it, but mostly it's just flying around the area here. I've taken it up to a few different spots, but not everywhere where I'd like to go. There's a lot of spots where I just simply can't fly here. Hello, Lori on Facebook. Hi. Now, for those of you tuning in for the first time, I am streaming to a few different platforms. The links are in chat if you'd like to check out some of the other flights I've done, or follow me on the Twitters or the YouTubes. That's cool. You don't have to. Twitter I tend to just use as like a brain dump. Whenever something crosses my mind, it tends to end up on Twitter. I like to share photos. Oh, I do have an Instagram account, but I don't use that as much as some of the other ones. But I like to share some of the photos and video stuff I do on Twitter. I'm also streaming to Facebook, but it's my personal account. I don't really give that out, and I think Facebook's probably on the chopping block. I'm using the Restream service, restream.io. I've been live streaming every day this month, mostly during sunset, and it's done really well. It's done a really good job of broadcasting to the different platforms. I'm not going to say it's not without error, because if anyone's been around technology long enough, shit happens. Still waiting for my ND filters. They haven't showed up yet. I think they're on back order. So Steve on YouTube, have you done any more flying with your drone lately? And KG, what type of flying do you typically do? Do you just do, is it like for hobby, or do you do professional work? Professional work. Do you make money off of it? I don't know what I'm trying to ask. For me, it's just a hobby. I think at some point I would like to be able to maybe include this in my list of skills of things I can do to earn money. My current method of earning money is software development, and I've grown tired of it. I want to move on to something else. I want to move on to something that lets me flex my creative muscle a little bit more. I've been doing the software development thing for 15 plus years, and I'm done with it. I don't enjoy it. But people keep paying me to do it, so I keep doing it. Yep. Steve on YouTube responds, yes, just flying. I will be upgrading to Mavic Pro 2 when I'm able. Nice. Yeah, I have no idea if DJI has plans, assuming, like, if you've been around technology long enough, you know that there's always something new that comes out. So, like, I'm curious what DJI has next up their sleeve. Like, the Mavic Mini, I think, came out this year. And that seems to be, like, a pretty sweet little drone. So I'm curious if they're going to have, like, a Mavic Pro 3 or something like that. But the Mavic 2, the Pro 2 is certainly really cool. There's also the Mavic Zoom, which I think it has like a 24 to 48 millimeter zoom lens on it. I don't know what type of footage you can get with that, but that's also an option. I like the Mavic, the one I have. I like the 1-inch video, or the 1-inch sensor on it. It takes some pretty good photos. Get some really great footage. However, I haven't used the Zoom or the Mavic Mini or really any other drone than this one to do like a comparison. But since we're all doing the whole stay-at-home thing, I figured this was a nice way to spend the evenings. Steve's seen some crazy footage taken with him. Yeah, there's some really talented drone pilots out there that have done some really neat things. There's a lot of people, like, even build their own. I haven't got that into it just yet. I'm happy with what I've got. I'd love to fly it somewhere a little bit more remote. Currently at 38% battery life. I'll have to bring it down shortly. It's quite warm out today. I think it was in the 90s. I don't know what the current temperature is. Definitely over 80. It's supposed to be 102 this weekend. It's currently 88. Thank you, Drizella. So Steve on YouTube says, I know they use drones to film shots around the castle here. Seen them before the lockdown, flying across the mountain over the walls. Oh, wow. Yeah, Steve, that's why I mentioned photogrammetry to you the other day. It's because, with drone, you can get access to much larger objects than you can with, like, just your regular cell phone. So, like, you could probably from a distance circle that castle, taking pictures at different angles, and then bring it into something like Meshroom and turn it into a 3D object, which would be really cool to see. Yes, Drizella Steve says thank you. But some of the stuff that can be done with photogrammetry is amazing. However, I assume that the castles are probably off limits. Oh wait, so y'all are you? Is the chat relaying messages? Can you see messages from the other services? I can't tell if they're being relayed or not. I assume they are. So I guess what I can do is, if so, then I can just stop repeating everything. Some do, some don't. Okay, I don't know if like Facebook is relaying. I have no idea. But hopefully they are, because then I don't have to repeat. Fly around. Stealth Gamer 119 requests to fly around. Stealth Gamer, usually what I do is I do fly around. I mainly do this to watch the sunset, and I'm currently at 25% battery life. So when I get low on battery, I tend to bring the drone back closer to me so that way I can land it safely. But I will take your request into consideration, and I will possibly fly around when I put the next battery in, which will be soon. You can hear some of the woodpeckers. Not anymore, now they're quiet. But yeah, these streams are pretty much me watching the sunset and sharing it with those that want to watch. Because right about now, that is the neat thing to see. The other day I was flying around the canal. I had the drone following me. Alright, so I'm bringing it down now. And now we'll change the battery. So can you see the tree? About a week ago, there were no leaves on it, and I was worried. I think it's doing just fine now. All right, we're gonna change the battery. we go, new battery in, and we're flying around a little bit. Just a little bit though, we don't want to go too far. Zoe on YouTube, hello. Stealth Gamer, Arizona. We're watching the Arizona sunset. Or Earth's sunset, it's not really Arizona's. So did anyone do anything interesting today? How was everybody's day? It's Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday in the States, anyway. Anybody working on any neat projects? Anything you're excited about? If you could have any type of slice of pizza in your pocket, what type would it be? Steve asks, are you getting good views of the shooting stars? I don't think I've seen any while in the city. It can be difficult to see the sky at night. I mean, we do see stars, but not as clear as it would be if we were out in the country somewhere out of the city. I don't think I've seen any shooting stars. We've seen like the satellites go by, or when like SpaceX launches stuff, we've seen those. In the northern sky, yeah, I don't think I've seen any. Like, I know there's been some nights where there's was like a meteor shower predicted or whatever, but I don't think I've seen them. And probably about the time where I could see them with the drone, it would be too dark. And you're not supposed to fly, like, there's only a certain amount of time that you can fly after the sun has set. So usually once the sun's set, it's still happening. All right, let's take a look to the north. All right, so we're looking north right now. Not really seeing much. However, when it gets darker, we'll take another look. And batteries seem to be draining a bit faster today. I wonder if it has something to do with the heat. Oh, we got a little cloud coverage over there, just a little bit though. Not a whole lot. Why did you have to switch from mixer? Was there problems on the mixer? On the mixer side? To the Utes. The Utes. It froze? Oh. And wouldn't reload. Yeah, I probably need to stop and restart the stream. Let's see. I'm checking Mixer, or not Mixer, but Twitch. It looks like it's doing the same thing. Oh no, on Twitch it loads. Welcome to the Utes. The Utes, that's funny. Yeah, it must be just a Mixer problem. I did notice that on Mixer it's 1080p quality. Maybe I could bump that down to like 720 and have a better connection. That's the opposite of a Utes problem. Yeah, I'm glad YouTube and Twitch and everything else seems to be working. It's just a little bit of sun left, that's it. Actually, I think it's gone now. Yep, it's fully gone. 'Tis gone. 'Tis gone. So once it gets too hot out, well, actually, let me finish this different thought. So, for April, I had decided I was going to stream every day, just to do it. I don't think I will do that for May. At least, I haven't figured out what I want to do next month. I might do it. I also might just do it when the sky looks a little bit more interesting. It's one of those things where like I don't want to not and then miss something, you know, like because like the rule of whatever it's called, where you do something enough times, you're gonna see something neat or something's gonna happen. I don't think that's an actual rule, but what I'm saying is that like if by me flying the drone every day, I increase my chances of seeing something neat or encountering a neato thing. But I know that I can do the restream from the browser, and it uses the webcam, and I can even do neat little overlays and stuff. So I might do the pickles for May every day, but it might be like a lunchtime thing. Like, so every day at lunch, I'll eat one of my pickles from the massive jar of pickles I have. May will also start getting a little warmer, which could cause problems for the drone. Depending on the temperature. We got some nice streaks going on in the sky there. They're barely visible. Yeah, May will be pickles. May will be the month of pickles. Hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew with that challenge. End of May, I'm gonna be like, I fucking hate pickles. Because these aren't like little slices. Oh, no, no, no. They are full-sized pickles. They're like meals, like an entire meal in pickle form. You could probably throw it at somebody and knock them out. Maybe you should start eating unadulterated pickle and wait to do fancy stuff with them until you are sick of. Okay. Okay, so like just start eating them until I get sick of them, and once I get sick of them, we start doing like deep fried pickles or something. I can dip it in mayo one day, or the next day I can dip it in like frosting or ice cream. Put sriracha on it. Oh my god, there's like all kinds of opportunities here. No, yes, no. Don't worry, I will brush my teeth afterwards. I will clean out my mouth. I will power wash my mouth after eating such filth. I don't want to make it gross, so I don't like, because I want to eat them. I don't want to waste them. So like the frosting and mayonnaise and that was all like kind of a joke. Yeah, sriracha. I put sriracha on a hot dog the other day with ketchup and mustard. I didn't put a lot, but I put just enough. It was really good. I've had sriracha on pizza before. That was surprisingly really good. I like to put sriracha in like scrambled eggs or in like a breakfast burrito. We had found a recipe recently, and somebody made sriracha, like kung pao sriracha Brussels sprouts, and then a kung pao chicken. So it was like a kung pao sauce that used a little bit of sriracha, and oh my god, it was really good. And that someone was Lori. Lori did it. It wasn't me. I just reaped the benefits of such creation. Oh, I think Lori can put the recipe in chat if she has a link to it still. Are you ready? So the battery is currently at 38%. If for some reason you are unable to share the link in the chat, then just send it to me on Discord and I'll share it with them afterwards. Okay. My own take on the recipe, not the recipe I referred to. Okay. But yeah, I think that it was the sriracha and the honey that were the star players in that recipe. because there's in Phoenix there's a Chinese restaurant that we love, and they make the best kung pao I've ever had, until we've had the kung pao that Lori made. That rivals what was made. At the Chinese restaurant. It's like on par, almost exact. So good. And a lone cloud hanging out in the distance. It's a neat separation of colors right there. I don't know if you can see the diagonal streak in the air. It's like it starts at the peak of the mountain there and extends to the top right of the screen. It's kind of neat. That bird that's beeping right now, it sounds like a submarine pinging. Boop. Oh my god, if I could fly the drone across the ocean, that would be pretty cool. Although I wonder how long it would take at like 10 miles an hour or 30 miles. I think the fastest I've gone with this drone is 33 miles per hour. I don't know what that equates to in the metric system. What is it, like 15 kilometers? No, less than that. We use miles per hour. Okay. So yeah, so 33 miles per hour is the fastest I've gone. So I don't know what app the Mavic Mini uses, but the Mavic Pro uses the DJI Go 4 app, and in that app, if you've created like an account, it will track all your stats. Like it will track the distance you've went, it will track the number of hours you've flown, and it will also track things like the fastest you've flown or the highest. And I looked today, and the highest or the fastest I've ever gone was 33 miles per hour. I must have had a good tailwind. All right, so I'm bringing the drone down. I'm gonna change the battery, and I'll put the final battery in. Make myself dizzy. All right, so this time I'm gonna change the battery, right? And then we're gonna fly and take a look on the roof. All right, it's initializing, and we're ready to go. All right, let's do this. So right there, oops, too far. There's that right there is the Tipsy Roo Express. It is a drone that somehow, some way ended up on our roof. It's been there for 2 years now. was first discovered right about the time where I met Tipsy Roo. He was hanging out in my channel. I was flying the drone, and he was like, "Wait, is that a drone on your roof?" And it's kind of just become a running joke ever since. And I like to check on it from time to time to let it know that we care. Oh, we just got some birds flying by there. I wonder where they're off to. "50 miles per hour equals 30 kilometers. Okay, and then Lori's tossing the recipe in there. Yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, at least I like it. You know, I don't think I need to say that your mileage may vary. You may put it in your mouth and be like, gross. Why'd I waste my time with this? But it's quite tasty. And even with the Brussels sprouts, it was amazing. Sorry, Brussels sprouts. That's hard to say. So we do have a Venus up in the sky. I don't know if the drone can see it. Doesn't look like it. So lights of the city are starting to come on. We've got our little cloud over there hanging out, providing us with a little bit of whatever clouds do. Let's go ahead and turn this drone all the way around. All the way. Okay, this view is not as exciting. So Steve, is there like a meteor shower this evening or something? Is that what's going on? And is that what you're seeing in the northern sky? And are you far enough north, Steve, where you get to see the northern lights? Aurora Borealis? Look at, we still got that nice little orange diagonal in there. I'm really curious if I can take this shot into like Lightroom or Photoshop and bring out the sun streaks a little bit more, because they're there. I see them nice and clear on my screen. So the meteor shower has been going on all week. Interesting. Okay, I will have to take a look at that, because like, well, from where we sit out back, our chairs kind of face to the north. So I'll have to take a look and see if once it gets a little darker, if we got any activity up there. Need to go to Scotland for that, about 8 hours away. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could see them or not. It's been a long time since I've seen the northern lights. The radiating diagonal rays, it's an awesome glow. Yeah, that is awesome glow if you're referring to the northern lights. Yeah, I remember, and like I was probably a teenager when I saw them last, and I don't think I fully appreciated them. I think it was cool to see at the time, but I imagine I would appreciate it a lot more right now. But yeah, sure, I can go look at videos on YouTube or see photos or whatever, but there's just something about seeing it for yourself. So I'm taking a little video right here, or I'm capturing video. 59, 1 minute, boop, there. It's a little 1 minute video. I don't know why, just because someday when I'm long gone, someone's gonna find my treasure trove of hard drives and photos and videos, and they're gonna be like, look at all this stuff. Why didn't he ever share any of it? Let's see, is that? That's not really that spectacular of a view right there. See if we can get the canal in the picture here and get some reflections going. Steve, if you do end up making that sauce or the Brussels sprouts or chicken or whatever, let us know how it turns out, what you think. I'm gonna take another 1 minute long video. So these, the videos that I'm capturing are being stored 4K resolution, 24 frames per second on the internal hard drive. Taking another little video as I fly. As the drone flies, it navigates to the north. Down below, the filthy humans move to and fro. Something, 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 something. Something! Currently at 61% battery power. I'm gonna see if I can frame up a nice little shot here. A happy little shot. Let's go with another little video. I'm gonna do like just a 15-second clip though. So Steve, hopefully you don't regret, like I know you mentioned a few moments ago that you're planning on upgrading to the Mavic Pro. Hopefully you don't regret purchasing the Mini. The one thing about flying a drone is that it can kind of seem like a lot of fun, but then once you try it for yourself, you may realize, oh, I don't like this. And then you've spent a whole bunch of money on something that you don't like. Or you happen to live in an area where it's a no-fly zone, and then you're like, well, there goes that idea. So hopefully you're enjoying it, and hopefully you don't feel like you wasted money buying the Mini. I think the Mini would be a perfect drone to have in your collection if flying drones is something you enjoy doing. It's one of the, like, it looks like it's really small and super portable. Jeez, look at that. The sky's still on fire. Let's take another little video. So Steve's okay. So Steve says if his Kung Pao doesn't come out, then we're gonna have to go to Plan Drone. Okay, we'll do that. Fits in your backpack. That's what I like about it, is that it would be small enough to easily carry around. You know, and like I've thought about bringing my drone with, even though I can't fly in some of the areas that I hike. I could probably stop on the way and fly nearby. But my drone is a little bit bigger and bulkier. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not no Phantom, which are pretty big drones. And it's also no Inspire, which are even bigger drones. But it's just like the drone is one of the things that just gets left at home, because I know that when I'm hiking, the majority of my time is going to be spent at a park on a trail where I cannot fly. And so then if I was to fly the drone either before or after I was done hiking, after wouldn't be so bad, but before, then I'd have to either carry it with me or leave it in the car. And leaving it in the car is kind of risky, because, well, what if someone breaks into the car and steals the drone? You know, yeah, sure, you know, insurance might cover it, but if I can avoid going through something like that. So that's like, I try to, if I'm gonna do a drone flight, I try to plan ahead. Like, okay, I'm gonna go hiking here. When I get back, then I'll grab the drone and go somewhere else. But really, there's not a whole lot of places where I can just go fly that aren't what I'm doing here. I have to drive fairly a distance any direction, I guess, to get out of the city. Well, I know I mentioned it before, but we're in a pretty fortunate spot right here where I can fly. The ceiling, the max ceiling for flight is 400 feet. There's a couple other areas in the city where the max height is only 100 feet. So there's a few different apps to look at. I look at AirMap to see what's available and where I can and can't fly, and to check if there's any advisories going on. There's also another really cool app called the Photographer's Ephemera, which will map out the sunset and the moon and the sunrise. And on your mobile device, it even has an AR mode where you can see where the sun is currently. It's quite handy for planning out shots. It's currently 7:29 p.m. Pacific time. There's no wind right now, other than the hot air coming out of my mouth. I've got it in a box that the bike cam came in. I can also get rolled up. You can get a rolled up pizza, huh? A rolled up pizza is just like a wand, a magic wand. All right, one more little video here with you can kind of see the traffic there on the right hand side of the screen. But then after I grab this video, I'm gonna bring the drone down, and that'll be it for me for the evening. I'm going to try not very hard at all to convince somebody to share a beer with me. I know I don't have to convince her at all. And I say share a beer. It's a 32-ounce can, so we split it. But then I might even find something to eat. All right. Drone is coming down. Thank you, everybody that hung out. Attendance is not mandatory, but it's much appreciated. I like having people to chit-chat with. All right, so there we did it. We watched yet another sunset. Oh, hold on, we can do this though. We can see all the pretty lights back there. All right, so we're gonna look at Venus. You ready? We found it. We found Venus. All right. You all have a good day, good morning, good evening, good lunch, good dinner, good breakfast, good whatever. Have a good dessert. What happened here? Why my computer going night? So yeah. Bye bye.